Alright, so this is about the writing process. Gotta remember, when you write, it's not the same as speaking. When you're speaking, you can see voice, intonation, which is the volume of somebody's voice, how they emphasize other words, how they don't. Body language, kind of like with the video I'm doing here. Okay, writing is very different. Writing, you don't have that ability. You need to express all that in the writing itself. So it goes through a process as opposed to just being able to speak and speak what's on your mind at the moment. Pretty much what I'm doing right now. So first thing I show you here is that writing is a process, and not only is it a process, it's like a cycle process is what I view it as. So just because you do the pre-writing doesn't mean you're done. The idea is that of course, you want to start with some pre-writing or brainstorming, then you want to do some writing, some revising, some editing, some publishing. But see, even authors that publish something will come back to the brainstorming phase, maybe add things, take things out, change things as new ideas come about. So I just want to use this as an image as that the process of writing is a continuous process as opposed to a step-by-step process. First part I'm going to go over is the pre-writing and brainstorming. That's where you start. It's the idea of where do you get your topic from? Where do you get what you're going to write about from? So you want to choose and narrow a topic. I like to iterate that better writing comes from writing about what you know and are interested in. If you're interested in it and you know a lot about it, you're going to write a lot. I will look like a good writer if I write about education or English or books, but I would probably look like a really bad writer if I wrote about One Direction or a popular teenage band that I know nothing about. So that's the idea between a good writer and a bad writer is really comes more down to how much you know about the topic and can explain about the topic. Okay? A couple of things you want to determine before you start writing. You want to determine who your audience is, which I'll get more in detail with, what your purpose for writing is, what the tone is. Do you want it to be happy, sad, funny, what the point of view is, first person, third person, second person. The tense, is it taking place in the past, in the future, in the present? And you want to explore your topic. The more you know about it, the better and easier it is to write about it. So if you're forced to write something where you don't know that much about the topic, you may research a little bit. Get an idea of what exactly it is you're going to be talking about. And last but not least, make a plan. Before you start writing, what are you going to do? How are you going to write it and things like that? Some techniques to brainstorm or pre-write, you can list things where it's just pretty much what comes to your idea, comes into your head about the topic, you can just list it out. Free writing is when you're really stumped, you can just write whatever's on your mind and just no thought of grammar or sentence structure or anything, just keep writing. And a lot of times ideas will come out of that free writing. Clustering and mapping, what that refers to is sort of those webs you used to make where you put an idea in the center and then branch off different ideas to different circles. And then you have questioning. Sometimes you may be getting a topic and you might have to say, well, why? What about this topic do I want to know? Why is this topic important? And that could lead you to some ideas about what to write about. And discussing, just talking with other people. Sometimes you develop ideas that way. And outlining. This is best when you are writing about something you read, outlining the chapter based on what you're going to write about. Sometimes just making an outline about a topic can help as well. But these are just some examples of techniques. It's not the only way to brainstorm. Sometimes just starting to write really helps as well. Okay, but once you get a topic, it's really important to narrow your topic and choose a good topic. And here's a 3-question test to make sure your topic is good. Does it interest me? Do I have something to say about it? And is it specific? And that's a big one. I think the first two are pretty easy to identify. Being specific is really hard. So you don't want to just write a paper about dancing. Your paper should be about maybe the movements in dancing or certain techniques in dancing. You see what I mean? You want to branch it to a narrower topic. And once you have your topic, then you're ready to take it to the next step of the process of writing, which is really planning out what it is you're going to write. And that will be the next video.